The Seattle Reign pick up their third straight win and are making a push for the playoffs. Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show, where we love Seattle pro sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and today we are here to talk about the Seattle Reign and their amazing 3-game winning streak. All right, this has been fun to watch. It's been amazing to watch. The last two matches now scoring 3 goals each, allowing 2 goals in both of those matches as well, but scoring 3 goals in each match, that's just fun to watch when your team is scoring multiple games. And then, the game before these last two against North Carolina, we scored 1, but Racing Louisville, good team, you score 3 goals. Angel City, a team that you are competing with to get a final playoff spot with, you're competing with them and you get 3 goals. Very exciting. Now we got some tough matches coming up ahead of us, but we have a chance now to get into the playoffs. Okay, we now have 20 points. Bay FC in 8th place right now has 21, and the Chicago Red Stars have 23. So if you pick up another win, Bay FC loses or draws, then you are now ahead of them. And again, if you pick up a win and if the Chicago Red Stars lost, you would be tied with them. So you'd be feeling pretty good in the last 7 games, or no, yeah, 7 games of the season, because we have played 19 matches so far. And there's now, remember, there's 26 matches now. We went from 22 last year to 26 this year. Sometimes people forget that, I think. So just got to remind you, we still have, a good handful of matches left to be able to make up this difference and get yourself a playoff spot and a pretty decent, middle of the pack playoff spot if, again, you continue on a streak like this and continue scoring the way you have. And especially if you're scoring goals the way G has been. Ji So-yoon, oh my gosh. When we signed her, I thought, oh, she's going to be fun. And coming over to NWSL, there was a little bit of struggles at first, right? But now she has settled in. She's figured out, she's much smaller than a lot of players, but she's figured out that physicality. She's figured out where she needs to be in space to take advantage of her abilities, and she's scoring. I mean, did you see the shot she made today? That was awesome. You get the cross going across the box there. Haidama is able to knock it down. G ends up with it. She's got a defender like all up in her grill. She's able to slow down, calm down, take control of the ball, set up, and then just take this beautiful shot, right? I mean, there's 2 defenders right in front of her, another defender that comes running in, through the side, and she just puts this ball perfectly, like just right, just barely, doesn't hit the post, right? Like she just places it perfectly. The 2 defenders in front of her are blocking the view of the goalie, and so she aims it like right for that post, and the goalie's not able to react in time. And again, the placement just being perfect. The lift that she gets on this shot and putting it up towards the middle of the goal. Yeah, that was going to be impossible for that goalie to get. Just amazing shot. She just won goal of the week for the league last week. I believe she's won one other one, so she's got two goals of the week now. I'm telling you, I haven't watched the other games around the league or whatnot, but I'm watching this one and I'm going, how is that not going to be a goal of the week again, right? I mean, just amazing stuff. Of course, in this match, she wasn't the only one to score. Sofia Huerta scored. Azihar King scored as well, which is awesome and amazing. And again, this team, they're coming together. They've been making moves. It's been a while since we've done a Seattle Reign specific episode, because again, I went on that I took a little break for a while because it was so hot and exhausting at work, and then I went on vacation. So it's been a little while since we've done the Seattle Reign specific episode, but just within the last few weeks, they have been making moves. Okay, they've been making moves to to improve this team, and not, they weren't going to settle for not making the playoffs and for being one of the bottom teams. They made moves so that they can make a push, and that's exactly what they're doing. They went out and they traded for Jalen Howell, the midfielder from Racing Louisville. Then they went and they traded with Kansas City for Hannah Glass, the defender, and then making a move for one of their own, making sure they don't get away. They extended Jordan Heidema. So they're building this. They're building this team for this year and for the future as well. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I again, this was a team, like I said, yeah, we had some big players leave during free agency this last season, but my thought was like, hey, this team, they have a lot of depth. And then we went out and got Ji So-yoon, right? And I thought, we're still going to have a chance with all the players that are still on here to get right back into the playoffs and maybe get back into the championship game again. That was not looking like the case for a while, but things have been clicking lately. They've been making moves, making the club better, and I think this team, yeah, they potentially have a chance now to get into the playoffs. And if you can get into playoffs, anything can happen at that point, especially if you are riding a hot streak like the Reign are right now, right? So I'm telling you, go check this team out right now. They're very fun to watch. It's kind of I know we just recently did a Mariners episode, right? And it's kind of the exact opposite. I know they just won 2 games, of course, but a lot lately the Mariners were losing, right? And it was like they were playing themselves out of playoff spot. They were like, oh, they were solidly in the lead of the division, and then ever since that happened, they had just been horrible, second to worst team in the league. And not the worst, because the White Sox are literally on pace to set the worst record ever. So it's been very it's been hard to watch the Mariners lately, where it's the exact opposite for the Rain. You got to go check them out because they are, again, the exact opposite trajectory where they are actually on the ascent right now. So that is very, very fun to watch. Yeah, go check them out. Let me know what you think. Are you getting excited here? 7 games left. We're getting close to the playoffs. Do you think they can do it? Do you think they can make this final push and get in there? Again, right now, we just beat Angel City. They're 1 point ahead of us. Bay FC 1 point ahead of us. Chicago Red Stars 3 points ahead of us. And then, the Red Stars on a losing streak. The Portland Thorns even on a losing streak. They're only 7 points ahead of you. So you can really make some noise here over the next 7 games if you continue the way you're going. Like I said, we got some tough matchups coming up. Like our next match, I believe, is against New York. Let me double check that. Yeah, the New York is our next, and we know how that went in the championship last year. We know they got our star Rose Lavelle playing over there from last year now, but they're beatable, right? You could do it. You got Houston, you got Bay FC, you got Angel City FC. So just right there, Houston, bottom of the league. So hopefully you can get a win there, right? And then your matches are against Angel City and Bay FC. So you get wins over them, not just draw with them, but get wins over them. Then you're really making jumps over those teams and getting yourselves into a solid position in the playoffs where you're going to feel, maybe by that point, if you actually do pick up wins over those teams, there'll be 3 games left after that. And then if you do pick up wins over them, you're feeling like your position in the playoffs is going to be solid, like that you will make it. Because then after them, you have Utah, then you have Houston. Again, 2 bottom teams. In fact, looking at the standings now, yes, they are the 2 bottom teams, not just in general 2 bottom teams. They are the 2 bottom teams in the league. So then you'll get them for 2 matches. And then in your final match, you got Orlando, and they're the top team, so that will be tough. But it's setting up the way things are setting up for you right now. You have a very, very strong chance to make a push for a playoff spot if you play well, if they play like they have been. They haven't lost at least 5 matches in a row, winning the last 3 and the 2 before that, picking up draws. So just keep that up, and they'll get in. And then I'd love to see what this team can do, playing like they are playing right now in the playoffs. So yeah, I upload these episodes to YouTube. You can comment there. Let me know what you're thinking and how you're feeling. And on any of these episodes at any time, I do these Seattle Sports Show. I do these episodes for each specific team, so I can try to keep them shorter. Sometimes we get some bigger topics, like I did with the Seahawks recently, where we were predicting the record throughout the entire season. So that went like an hour, but in general, I'm going to try to keep these, a little bit shorter. So if you have any question about any Seattle team, feel free to comment on any of the videos and let me know what you're feeling and ask your questions. Same thing for Spotify, you are able to comment on episodes now. So if you're listening on Spotify, leave comments on the episodes and I'll respond to those as well. All right. And then that's going to be the episode. So thanks for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with the Sea of Sound, you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.